guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this. So, this is going to be a general reading for both Pisces and for Aries for September. It's going to be a bones and charms reading for each sign. And after this live is done, I will be providing timestamps for everybody who may just want just Pisces or just Aries. So, I'm going to go ahead and check the sound here real quick and make sure we're good. So it looks like we are. And then I want to just make sure one other thing here. I've been going live on Facebook and sometimes it doesn't let me change it to public instead of friends. So I'm just doing that right now real quickly. Alright, so now we're good. Even though I changed it the other day to always post public, it sometimes still doesn't do that for whatever reason. So anyway, now we're public on Facebook anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start with Pisces first, and then we'll clear all the energy and then switch over to Aries after that. I did want to do a quick little sound bell here in a few moments to just clear the energy for myself, for you guys, and also for the bones and charms to clear any energy from any previous reading and all of that good stuff. I did get these little incense light incense mat. I can't even talk. Let's slow down. These are incense that's in the shape of matches. Okay, there we go. So it's like less incense for me since my allergies have been bothering me. All right, so hopefully this will light in a second. There we go. All right, so we'll let that go for a little bit, but basically you can use smoke to clear energy as well. And you don't have to, right? You can do it with intention, you can do it with sounds and vibrations and all that, but I kind of like to have a little bit of the incense going. So hopefully if I just put that over there, it will continue to do its thing. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and do the sound bell here and get started for Pisces. All right, so if you feel guided, you can take a couple of deep breaths, whatever you feel guided to do, or you can just listen as well. But yeah, if you're sensitive to sound, feel free to turn it down for a little bit as it does get a little loud, but it won't be forever. All right, so we're just going to move the bones and charms kind of right over here for a moment, and it's charging with the crystal as well. So yes, this is going to be for Pisces for September 2024. So let's go ahead and just move this over here. And we're gonna now shuffle the bones and charms. Okay, so I do have to shake it. It does get a little bit loud as well, but it won't be forever. All right, so just bear with me and have a little patience, okay? So spirits, please guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces for September 2024. Spirit, guide my hand, please. Messages for Pisces. Messages for the twin fish water sign Pisces for September 2024. Spirit, guide my hand. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces for September 2024. Make sure everything's in there. Oh, I guess the incense is done. All right. Just move that over a little bit. It was perfect little amount there, so I'm glad I found those. All right, a little bit more here. Thank you guys for your patience. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces. Water sign Pisces for September 2024. Pisces. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces for September. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces for September. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces for September 2024. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces for September. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces for September. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces for September 2024. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Pisces for September. Messages for Pisces for September. Messages for Pisces for September. Whoa. All right. That definitely came out very dramatically, but we got it all. Okay. So before I take the camera down and for you guys to see everything more up close in detail, I'm going to flip over some of the bones and charms. So when we do that, you guys can see kind of what's going on. The ones that I can flip over that don't disturb too much of everything else going on. Very gentle. I always say it's like that game Operation for us old folk that remember that game. So you have to like very delicately pretend like you're performing, I guess, surgery because the pieces are so small. Okay. So maybe a few more and then that's it because I don't want to disturb too much. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I'm going to take a picture real quick as well that I will upload after the live is done, and I do it for all the signs just so you guys can have it if you want to look at it later again. Okay, cool. And then, yes, before I take the camera down, I'm just going to ask Spirit where they want me to start the reading because it's always in a different place for every reading. All right. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Where would you like me to start this Pisces reading? Where would you like me to start the Pisces reading? Like right there. Okay. So I know you guys can't see it right now yet, but the energy is pulling me to one of the skulls here in the spiritual unconscious section. Okay, so that's where we will start. All right, but let me go ahead now and get the camera and show you guys everything in a better angle for you. Okay. Let's see. So I just want to show you everything that kind of came out. All right, so when we have stuff that falls outside the black mat, it's just energy from the past, okay? But they're still in those different sections there. It seems like collectively for a lot of the signs lately, and I do sometimes rotate the mat, so I don't remember, what the other readings, like where each section was, but it seems like lately there's been a lot going on in spiritual unconscious and the body and mental for a lot of people. So that could have something to do with the collective unconscious, the general astrology for September, that kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, I can see here, Pisces, that majority of your bones and charms are, between these two sections for this month, okay? But this is where Spirit wanted me to start, okay? And so we're going to do that. But basically, I have two skulls in my kit here. So I have one here, and then I have the other one all the way over here. So they're both in the spiritual unconscious, okay? Sometimes where you see a skull can tell you where someone's mind is at or where their mind will be at, okay? Since this is a general reading, this could be about you or someone you're dealing with, multiple people you're dealing with, your general environment kind of situation, all right? Let me just see if I can get my arm positioned better here, and then maybe if I stop moving, it'll focus a little bit. But yeah, so here, this is really interesting and beautiful to see, Pisces, because this skull is right in between your turkey wishbone here, okay? So there could be something, there's the camera, now it's focusing. There could be something that you're spiritually unconsciously wishing for, and you have maybe spiritual goals, okay? Here with the Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius charm. So for some people it doesn't have to be, but you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or something during Sagittarius season, okay? Or where you have Sagittarius in your chart. Or if it's nothing to do with that zodiac energy of Sagittarius, it could just be like, where is your spiritual focus, right? Where is your target? Where are you going to pull back that arrow and then release it, okay? And so I feel like you or someone else, multiple people, general environment situation, is really going to be thinking a lot about this if you haven't already for the month of September, okay? The other thing, we're going to go kind of in order here, and it feels like it wants to go this way and then up. But the main thing we can see, because of how big it is and the color, right, is you have your green lucky rabbit's foot here, Pisces, in your spiritual unconscious, okay? A little bit kind of crosses over slightly into body and mental, but the majority of it is here in this section, okay? So lots of good luck this month or even beyond, okay, with maybe some of those spiritual unconscious goals, okay? And if you're not necessarily like spiritual, right, it could just be like, what do you want like deep down in your soul, when you're alone, when you're sleeping, that kind of thing, okay? So the other thing that's like in the turkey wishbone here is this first raccoon penis bone, okay? So this does represent masculine energy, and we all have masculine and feminine, right? But this is a more like, let's say, proactive approach maybe to working on these spiritual unconscious goals, to get your head around something or someone's head around something here, because I can see that the curved part of the bone almost like wants to move closer to the head and kind of like scoop it further up, okay? That's kind of how I'm seeing it and feeling it. Now this raccoon penis bone is also touching the bat here, okay? And I can see that there's something underneath the bat, so we'll check it in a second. But what I can see right now is we've got the angel coin, and then we have a little bit of the no coin showing up in this section as well. And the no coin is also right on the line with the coffin, okay? So with this masculine energy, this more proactive energy, right? This is leading to, again, good luck. Bats are considered good luck in lots of cultures, but it's also about some type of communication or vibration, and it could be with your spirit guides, with your angels, right? We're in the spiritual unconscious section. So this, feels very natural there, right? Now, this could be that there is some kind of message from your angels, spirit guides, passed on loved ones, friends, etc., ancestors, where there is, either going to be a no, either from you to someone else or to just to a thing or an energy, right? It doesn't have to be to a person, or it could be from someone else to you, right? And so sometimes people get all freaked out when they see the no, but it could be just like a no for right now. It doesn't have to be forever. With it being the majority of it in the money and work section, we'll get to that later, okay? But sometimes, what do they say? A no, or another way to look at it, and I'm not necessarily saying this as a rejection, but rejection is God's protection, right? So this no could be protecting you or someone else. And that's kind of the message that I'm getting here from your angels and your spirit guides and ancestors, etc. All right, so let me go ahead and move over the little bat here and see what else is underneath these two coins, okay? So here we have one of the coyote penis bones. Okay, so extra masculine energy, and it looks like the lizard is under here, but I want to double check. So let me just lightly pick this up. Yeah, so there we have the lizard. Okay, so again, I feel like this no, whatever it may be, could be something that's going to provide healing, okay, for you or for someone else, multiple people, general environment, situation, okay? So just keep that in mind, right? Hold on, let me move this back kind of over there the way it was generally. Now, if we move this way, not too far away, is the butterfly, right? So there could be some type of spiritual unconscious transformation that you or someone else or the energy is kind of going through right now, or will be going through the month of September. Now here, this is really beautiful as well. If we kind of lift up a little bit of the rabbit's foot, we can see that there's the feather there, there's the skeleton hand, and then the safety pin, okay? So the skeleton hand, just like the coffin, is another symbol for passed on loved ones, friends, ancestors, etc. Energy from across the veil. So they're like, the more clearing that you do of something here, there's going to be safety on the other side. So spiritual unconscious cleansing or clearing could be letting go of things that maybe no longer resonate with you, or just doing your daily practices of clearing and cleansing your own spiritual energy. Again, things that make your soul happy, that kind of stuff. So there's, again, so much beautiful good luck here for whatever you're wishing for spiritually, unconsciously, with the dragonfly over here. Now, I kind of, before we go this way, I kind of just have to speak about this for a second too. So whatever falls in the center here is going to affect all these different areas, okay, Pisces? So here we have Cupid, okay, and it's pointing, right, the arrow is kind of pointing to this safety pin. So this is my symbol for all forms of love, romantic, platonic, and self-love. So there's all this love coming through in all these different areas, and particularly when we're talking about this section we're in, it's like people that love you and that you love are pointing to this safety here, okay? So both people who've passed on and maybe people who are alive as well. So that is really beautiful, or just your spiritual team as well, in addition to people that are, you know, on this plane, okay? So as we go this way, I believe that's the fork. Let me see. Yeah, so we got the fork over here that was also touching the first raccoon penis bone. So this is kind of, you know, can be talking about here, Pisces, what are you spiritually unconsciously digesting, okay? Or someone else, vice versa, etc. Because this is like being very proactive and asking those questions of you or someone else, multiple people, etc. Now this also, we have just a lot of masculine energy here, right? We had the coyote penis bone over here. We have another coyote penis bone here. We have the raccoon penis bone. So it's like all this masculine kind of proactive, maybe even aggressive, but not a bad aggressive because of what is around it in the section that it's in. Now this could be leading over here. So now you have your, wait, I said 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we have 4, right? 4 elements of masculine energy here. So now we have the second raccoon penis bone kind of cradling the baby here. So this could have something to do with actual children, your children or someone else's, but because it's in the spiritual unconscious, it could be more so about a childlike energy or inner child work, working with your inner child here, okay? Now, with right underneath it, kind of supporting the baby's head, I can see that the snake rib bone is here. And so this is about, needing to breathe here with something. Okay, so if you are doing inner child work, or working with a childlike energy, around all this masculine, more aggressive energy, it could be like, okay, if you're asking the hard questions here about what am I spiritually digesting, what am I unconsciously digesting, it could also be that the baby's showing up here with the snake rib bone to kind of be like, you can be serious, but then you can also be playful. So there could be like a little bit of a need for that as well. Okay, but take it how it may resonate for you, since of course this is a general reading. Okay, now as we go this way, I can see, yes, we have the question mark here, and I'm just going to flip this over. I should have done that earlier, but that's okay. We got our other seashell here. All right, we have one of the human teeth bones. We've got the bumblebee. We have the yin and yang, and then we have the leaf here. Okay, so we'll talk about those things first. So now we're having feminine energy. We had all this masculine. Right now we've got some feminine energy coming in here again, maybe bringing more balance in terms of that. But this feminine, softer, more receiving energy is maybe making those questions that we talked about over here, because I didn't even know the question mark was here when we were talking about the fork. What am I spiritually digesting, unconsciously digesting? Maybe this feminine energy, and again, this childlike energy is going to make those, possible answers that come in not seem so stressful, okay? I do see here that this feminine energy is maybe something that you or someone else has been thinking about chewing over, digesting, marinating with the human teeth bone. Now, this could have something to do with family, with the seahorse going this way. It's mainly in body and mental, so we'll talk about it a little bit later too, but it's still on the line here, on the dotted line, okay, that separates all the sections. So yes, this can be our blood family, this can be our tribe, whatever we consider family. It could have something to do with a parent or being a parent as well, but it doesn't have to. But there are answers to maybe some of those questions, okay, with the key over here. So that's really interesting. So it's like asking these questions, right? And then allowing the softer, more approachable or receiving feminine energy to come in, and then maybe looking at stuff within the family or a family member or friend or whatever your tribe is, right? Maybe they come in and help you with these answers as well, okay? So as we go this way, I love to see that the leaf is here. This is another clearing charm, right? Like we had back here with your feather, okay? So here this is talking about spiritual, unconscious clearing and cleansing. So we get rid of the tree gets rid of old leaves to make room for new leaves. Okay, so it could for some be a reference to fall wherever you are in the world, but it doesn't have to be like fall season, or it could just be the general metaphor of clearing something. Now, I do like to see that it is with the yin and yang, so clearing to get more balance. And it seems like that this balance could be something about, with the honeybee here, your community image, your community role, okay, your spiritual unconscious community role, and also your personal and unconscious personal role, okay, with the honeybees. So the honeybees, if each one of them quit their job and they're like, I'm not going to get this honey for the queen bee anymore, and they left, okay, then the queen bee would die and there would be no honey. So it's like individual power and community power, and kind of thinking about those things here. Now, as we go up further, I believe this is the wish charms all the way over here. Oh, so this is probably, we'll find out right now, the letter message document charm. So hard to touch stuff because then it affects everything, but okay, good enough. So You could be receiving something here, Pisces, or you're giving a message to someone else. Or it's not even necessarily a person, okay? You could be getting a message from your spiritual team, or you could be giving a message to your spiritual team or someone else's spiritual team or whatever it is. But this information that comes in, it brings in all this movement, and this could be supported by perhaps somebody that is a friend or a group of friends. One of them could be a Leo with the lion here, but it doesn't have to be. Or it could be something about what was going on during Leo season for you, since we're now in Virgo season. But if it has nothing to do with the zodiac, right, it's just this friend could help you with this information, this movement, and they could be wanting to help you get more passionate, more charged up, fiery energy with your spiritual unconscious goals here, okay? I think that's the broom underneath there. Yeah, I can see it. So this friend or group of friends or friendly type of energy also wants to help with the clearing as well. And it looks like maybe because it's off of the black mat here and going into the white, this is energy from the past still in those sections. But this could have started in the past. I can see here, Pisces, that a friend or a group of friends maybe really wanted to help you with something that you needed to listen to, some type of advice, or just being more open to listening with the listening bells over here as well, okay? But this friend or this friendly energy, if it's not a group of people or person, could also just wanted to help with the information that was coming in and all this movement now going on, like in your spiritual world, okay? Sorry, I just kind of messed up some of that there, but it's not messed up, right? We're just trying to put it generally back where it was, okay? Now, as we go, let's just pull back out for a second, right? So remember how I said in the beginning of the reading that the majority of your bones or charms were kind of all in the spiritual unconscious and in the body and mental health. So there's like a real emphasis maybe on body, mind, spirit connection and how these things are affecting your overall health, okay? So just wanted to say that. Now, when we look at this past energy too, it could be that Pisces, like, I can see your symbol here, the twin fish, and right on top of it is the peace doves, okay? So this could be you, Pisces, or dealing with another Pisces, or something about Pisces season, or where you have Pisces in your chart, because not everybody is a sun sign Pisces if they're coming to this reading. Or it's just kind of going with the flow of something here, if it's not about the zodiac stuff, right? So not going against the tide, but going with the tide, and that bringing a more peaceful energy in the past, okay? Oops. And so this also like had a lot of freedom energy around it with the freedom cuffs here, the handcuffs. I can see underneath we've got the fish, so prosperity and freedom, right? When we have that more going with the flow type of energy, okay? Now this could have been that the way that you or someone else got into going with the flow and the more peaceful energy here, it could be because there was a lot of confusion in the past, and the past is whatever it is for you. It could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. Whatever the past is, there was still good luck there, right? But there was a little bit of confusion, but that maybe is the reason why someone or this energy had to be like, you know what, I just have to go with the flow here, and I just have to remain more calm about something, okay? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Now, also, we have the North Star over here, and then we do have the wish charm, right? So it's like maybe being calm and going with the flow here in the past regarding some type of spiritual unconscious wish, like again, going back to the beginning with your skull there and the bow and arrow, like what is your spiritual unconscious wishes, okay, inside the turkey wishbone, okay? So it's like this started in the past, and then it's also, showing up here in the future, current, present energies as well. Okay, hold on, let me just reposition myself. All right. Now, when we go this way, Pisces, we can see the hummingbird and the elephant, okay? And so this is about elephants is my charm for memories, okay? And the hummingbird is my charm for doing something that you're naturally good at. So you could have some memories here in the past that were showing up to kind of remind you maybe about what you're naturally good at and not necessarily, caring what other people think about that, okay? Especially when it comes to like what you want deep down in your soul or what you spiritually unconsciously want, okay? Um, Now, as we go further back here, or on this other part here, we also have that there is the irresponsibility coin, okay? And I believe, yeah, it's on top of this is, sorry, let me turn that down. A little commercial there. I was just trying to get a little background music. This is the horseshoe and the ladybug, right? So maybe here, Pisces, you or someone else was like a little bit irresponsible with some of this good luck that you had in the past, spiritual unconscious good luck, right? Um, and so I see though could be because there was a lot of emotions here in the past. So this is really interesting. I haven't seen this in a while, but your other two human teeth bones are showing up here, Pisces. Let me just put that up so you can kind of see. And then we have the cup behind it, and then your second skull here. So remember when your skull shows up, it kind of tells you where someone's mind is at or will be at, right? But this is again past energy. So in the past here, Pisces, someone could have really been chewing over, digesting a lot of emotions about something, okay? Like something that's deep, right? Because we're in spiritual unconscious. And that could be because further back than that, right? There was perhaps like something that you or someone else, multiple people, general environment situation, because if we're still in this section, right, follow those dotted lines. So if a dotted line is here, it's going to go all the way like that, something like that. This is the cat's eye. So this means that there was something in the past that wasn't, understood, or wasn't, yeah, there was some type of information that was either lost or not purposely given or whatever it may be. But there was something to do about the home here, Pisces, okay? And maybe the effort put into something. So we have the Capricorn symbol here. Just move this over a little bit so you can see everything, okay? So this could have something to do with an actual Capricorn or during Capricorn season, or where you have Capricorn in your chart or someone else does, or it doesn't mean anything to do with the zodiac, and it's just about the amount of effort we put into something, the resilience, the hardworking energy. So this cat's eye was kind of like half on top of Capricorn, like that, kind of peeking out. And then we have, of course, the chair over here and the lock. So it's like there was something either in the home or about a home, or where we feel like spiritually at home or unconsciously at home with something that maybe had some stagnant energy. And maybe it was because there wasn't, again, enough effort or resilience put into something because there was all this stagnant energy. So then that kind of maybe led to then like all the emotions coming through, and then maybe being a little irresponsible here with something. But again, take it how it may resonate for you. I have to find the line again to make sure I'm covering everything. Okay, so line is right here, basically. All right. So the last two things in this section, or at least over here, that we're going to talk about is we have the ship anchor here, and then we have the snake vertebrae bone. Okay, so this is again past energy. That's about like, well, how can I find my safety and my freedom within like my spiritual unconscious support? Okay, so if we're talking about the vertebrae, we're talking about the back, right? So what's my spiritual unconscious support? So maybe in the past here, Pisces, that there was like a small like disconnect there, or those things were kind of still coming together, I'm hearing, for some of you guys, okay? Because then on the other side too, in the same section, you also have your buckeye here, and then you have one of the animal claws, okay? So there was also a lot of spiritual unconscious abundance on the other side of this as well, okay, in the past. So that could also be that if there was spiritual abundance, unconscious abundance, this could have also like maybe led to a little bit of that irresponsibility in the past with the good luck, because you were like, oh, I already got this. Or someone, if it's not you, Pisces, was like, oh, I'm used to this, right? But things are always changing and ebb and flowing. So, but again, this is kind of past stuff. So we're just kind of going over it, but don't be like, you know, freaked out about it or anything. Okay. So I feel like we're going to now go this way because we're kind of already here on this line. All right. But yeah, if we see again what's in the past here, and now we're in body and mental health here, and looking at the things that are on the line, right? We have to remember too that you have Cupid right in the center that affects all of your sections here, Pisces, throughout the month of September. Um, Sorry, this got too loud. I just want a little bit. Okay. Um, so, yeah, this is love, all forms of love, romantic, platonic, self love, affecting all these areas. Okay. You also have good luck in your body and mental health areas as well. So that's beautiful because it's crossing the line or right on the line there. Now, here I can see. Let me follow it all the way back, right? It had a little bit also of this the snake vertebrae bone there. So this can also be here, Pisces, talking about where is my support, my friends, family, lover, etc., whatever your support system is, how are they helping with my body and mental health? This is past energy. Or maybe you wanted to feel more of that support, so you could have some kind of safety and freedom and following your North Star and, taking in this friendly energy or advice from others and listening to that and having more passion or creativity, fiery energy with your body and mental health, right? So if we were doing tarot cards and we were talking about wands, right? Wands are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fiery energy. It can talk about our physical body. Okay, so with it being like on the line there, that makes sense as well. So if we go this way, we briefly touched on it earlier, but we have the seahorse and then we have the key, right? Key charm. So this can talk about some type of feminine energy here, perhaps from a family member or within the family, or it can talk about whatever our family is. So whether that's our tribe or our blood family, but it can have something to do with a parent or being a parent, but there are answers there that come from that, whatever that may be for you here, Pisces. Because I also see in the past here that there could have been, this is funny how they're all separate, and then you've got your mountain charm here. So mountains represent challenges, right? How do we climb up the mountain? All right. So with Pegasus here, the winged horse, we have your second bumblebee here, and then we have the frog, okay? It could be that in the past there was some type of leap of faith that, was started or was supposed to start if it didn't already, but I feel like it already started in terms of like how do we get over the body and mental health challenges, and how do we have more freedom within that, and have like also the way that we work with others, right? So if we're talking about body and mental health, it could be like working with a doctor, working with a trainer, just as examples, right? Whatever it is, or working with friends, or using the internet to do certain exercises or whatever it is, right? This required some type of leap of faith, and it was backed by wanting to get over these hurdles, get over these mountains, and have more freedom. Now, I see here in the past, Pisces, there could have been a lot of emotions. You remember you had the cup over in spiritual unconscious emotions as well. Here with the water charm, a lot of emotions in the past, and maybe with the turtle here, somebody was going very slow in terms of taking care of their body, physical health, and then their mental health, okay? Because maybe there was like so many emotions. But that is past energy is still important because, right, it's a piece of the puzzle for sure. We were talking about body, mental, body, mind, spiritual. It all, kind of connects. Um, and so if that's past energy here, Pisces, it could also be like, I'm trying to think of the way to say it, not judging it, okay, or judging someone else or whatever it is, but knowing that it does affect these things, okay? That's kind of the way that I'm seeing it here. Now, before we get to this part, I kind of want to go over here a little bit. That's what they're telling me to do. So, with this good luck that you do have in your current present energies in your body and mental health, there could be a teacher, a mentor, a guide here with the apple charm, or these are your own leadership qualities, or it's both that, like you working with a teacher, a mentor, a guide to help you with these body and mental health, um, just those areas, right? And or your leadership qualities, like helping others, you being a good example or something like this. But this is going to happen over time here with the rope charm. It's not something that's going to just happen overnight. um, but I do feel like that this is something, important, okay, in terms of like drinking enough water here with the ship charm, okay, because if we move this guy's over, right, everything in the mat has a little symbol on it, right? And so here we have this person meditating. So the ship charm was like this, right? And so it can be about travel, okay? It could be about working with the heart chakra, traveling in the heart, working with the heart, okay? If we're talking about mental health, right? Or even spiritual. But this could also be physical travel or something about just drinking more water, something about water, right? Pisces, you're a water sign. So for some of you guys, it could be just be as simple as needing to drink more water. That's what this simple part could be. Not that you don't have other stuff to do, of course, right? But it could also be something to do with travel. So take it that part how it may resonate. But either the travel or working within the heart chakra and traveling, getting movement in the heart chakra or drinking more water, all these things, right? This is going to bring new ideas here for you with the lightning bolt, Pisces, and just a lot of good luck and manifestation qualities as well with the alligator claw here, okay? So that's really beautiful. So yeah, I mean, you had this is good luck, right? And then yeah, those are the two good luck ones here. Okay, I'm just making sure. You have also good luck back here with the four-leaf clover, but that was more in spiritual and conscious. But they're all connected, right? So you could say two or at least three good luck elements here, all right? So that's very encouraging here for you. Now, to go this way, Pisces, we have the book charm right next to the symbol for Libra, okay? So it could be that you receive some type of information or knowledge here. It could be from lots of different sources, or it could be from you to someone else, but it feels more like you're receiving this time. This could be from a Libra or with a Libra or something about Libra season, or where you have Libra in your chart. Or if it's not that, it could just be the general characteristics of Libra, right? So balance, the balance scales, equal give and take. It could be equal give and take within the body and mental, but it could also just be balancing, those things out, in them in their own right, like together too. Or it could just be, you know, something about getting more serious with the body. Not that you're not serious about the mental, but I like that we have here, Pisces, the symbol for Saturn right on the word body. Then we've got the strawberry over here. We've got the sun charm here, and then we have one of the coyote claws. And so Saturn is slow moving earth energy. It's getting serious, getting organized. It's our responsibilities, right? Going over the details here with the strawberry, something about the details in the body and the mental, and getting more serious with both of those things, because it does bring happiness. And I feel like this is something that you are really going to be working hard towards. excuse me, or someone else will be, or multiple people, general environment situation. But it feels really nice there, okay? So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Now I want to go back over this way and kind of talk about now, just to pull all the way back out, your work and money section here, Pisces. Okay. So if we look all the way back out here, past energy, right, you have the nutmeg here. So it could be that even in the past, in terms of your work and money, there was a lot of abundance, okay, or opportunities, or lots of um, financials, like good financials, good money going on here in the past. It could also be something that you worked really hard for and put a lot of effort into with this animal claw here as well, and that you're still doing that in the current present energies, okay? Now, I can see here as well, Pisces, right? We have, remember, Cupid and love, from um, romantic love to platonic love and self love, affecting all the different areas for your September. Okay, but it's also affecting your money and work. So just keep that in mind, right? We have the other part of the no coin here, okay, and then we had the coffin, and I can't remember. Oh, yes, we had the lizard. Okay, the lizard is underneath the no coin. The lizard is a symbol for healing, okay? If you can see that, I just need to flip it over so you can be more defined. It was just upside down. All right. And then we also had the bat was on top of part of the no coin as well. So let me just move everything kind of back the way it was generally. All right. So if there is this month, Pisces, some type of no that you give to someone or someone gives to you, or it comes in general, in terms of your work and money, it could be your spiritual team with the coffin here, your ancestors, past on loved ones, friends, etc. Spirit guides, angels, right, with the angel coin there too. That is saying no for right now. It doesn't have to be no for forever. But there is healing in this no, or because of this no, then there is healing with that lizard underneath there. There's also good luck in saying no to something here, or someone saying no to you, or whatever it is, vice versa, etc. With the bat symbol here, okay, because the bat in many cultures is a good luck symbol, but it's also, the bat is about communication. They use echolocation to communicate because they can't really see, right? So it's like about vibrations and sounds, and so there could be some type of vibration and sound that is both in the spiritual unconscious up here that we started talking about with the beginning of your reading, and then also some type of no in your money and your work situation, okay? Because I feel that with the dog ankle bone here on top of the seashell charm, right? Someone has been working on flexibility, okay? Or needs to work on flexibility, or will be working on flexibility, however you kind of want to talk about it, in terms of work and money. Now, if you're retired, right, or you don't need to worry about work or worry about your finances, it can also be something of value, this section, okay? It doesn't just have to be work and money. So there is a need to cut something away here, okay, with the scissors. And because it's very close to, or if not touching, the spider web, this represents our work and money, or something of value environment. So if we see a spider web and we see something get caught in it, or whatever, right, a leaf, an insect, whatever, it shakes the whole web, right? It reverberates throughout it. Okay, so this is the work and money, or something of value environment. So there needs to be something cut away here, Pisces. Only maybe you will know what that is, because it'll be different for everybody, since again it's a general reading. But when this cutting away, happens, on the other side, this is very encouraging, right? You actually have the money bags showing up in your work and money, or something of value section, right? So don't be afraid to cut away something here, because there's more abundance on the other side. Or even if it's not necessarily money, it could be like you're valued more, or you get a raise or a promotion or a review or whatever, right? Again, apply it to how it may resonate here for you in the details. For some of you guys, it really could be a raise. Let me just turn down that background commercial. Um, Sorry guys, I don't want to pay for the the thing. Speaking of money, I don't want to pay for the ad-free ambient music that I pay in the background without ads, so just have to turn them down sometimes. But anyway, when I said like over here that it could be for some of you guys like getting a raise, or getting more even responsibility or confidence in your work and your money section this month, because you do have the crown over here right next to mermaid. So the mermaid is looking out and longing for something, right? If you think of the Little Mermaid, she's longing to get legs instead of fins, right? So it's a longing for something for a long time, or wishing for something for a long time. So this is definitely here. So it could be a promotion for some. So it could be more money, or it could be more responsibility, or just more confidence in your work, and your money, or being valued in some way, or having more confidence in the way that you're valued, or the way that someone else is valued, or multiple people, general environment situation, right? All right, so just keep those things in mind. Now, as we kind of pull back out again here, Pisces, so you can see everything, right? For the next section, your last one here, your relationship and love. This is all relationships, right? So it's romantic, platonic, with friends and family, and self love. You don't have a whole lot going on in this section. There's a lot more energy. Spirit wants you to focus on other things for the month of September, or even beyond, right? It doesn't mean that there's not still things to do here. It just means that for the most part, keep doing the whatever you're doing is working, perhaps for some of you guys, okay? Because again, or maybe take a break from certain things until you do these other things, right? There's lots of different ways you can interpret it. But yeah, as we can see, there's nothing really showing up here in the past in terms of relationships for this month, past energy that needs to be addressed. So the only thing, you have three things here. You've got the corn, you have the other seashell. This is my listening this is my listening seashell, okay? And then we have the masculine charm here, okay? So if this was a big seashell and we put it up to our ear, we could hear the ocean. So that's why I call it my listening seashell. So this is feminine energy. All the seashells are feminine in my kit here, right? We had feminine back here too. And then we have masculine. So it's like masculine, feminine, and then the corn, okay? So the corn is something of substance. So I feel like this month here, Pisces, it could be something as simple as needing to listen to your heart, okay? Because it was literally on top of the heart symbol that's on the mat. And then, or also balancing between the masculine and feminine that we all have inside of us. So this is the soft receiving energy. This is the more proactive, aggressive energy. So maybe it's again kind of going between both of those, okay? But really listening to the heart, even going back to up here for your body and mental health. Remember how the ship charm was like right on where the heart chakra is, and I said there was something about needing movement there, traveling in the heart, opening the heart, and then we kind of see it again here. So for some people that definitely could be the case. Now here with the corn, this is something of like having relationships with the number one relationship is our relationship with ourself, right? And then our other relationships, romantic, platonic, right? There needs to be something that's going to sustain us, something that is going to provide substance, right? Food, okay, as a metaphor for these relationships, okay? Now with Cupid also being in this section and affecting all the sections, right? It's like you have all this love around you here, Pisces, romantic, platonic, self-love. So just kind of like tap into it, okay? So again, there's not too much going on in this section, but that's kind of what I was hearing for those messages, okay? Excuse me. I'm gonna get a sip of something to drink here real quickly. Hold on. Got it right next to me. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing for you, okay, in terms of September. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera back up where it was so I can kind of look at you guys for a minute, and then we're gonna go to we're going to go ahead and switch over to Aries energy. Okay, since we just finished Pisces. All right. I will be posting the photo, the one photo that I took of all this, after the live is done on my Facebook page. So um, if you want to find that, you can either find it in the description box below. Later, I'll put in the little instructions. Or if you're not already on my Facebook page for my readings, you can just look up MalesseaMagicLight.com, and it'll take you there, or you can look up Malessea Magic Light on Facebook and you'll find it there too. Okay, so alrighty. But yes, let's go ahead and put all this away, let it charge with the crystals. Excuse me, with the incense and the sound bell that we're about to do again, and then see kind of what's coming up for Aries for September. So thank you guys as always for your energy, for your likes, for your shares, for your subscriptions that are also free on YouTube. All right. But yeah, however you feel guided, there is no pressure. Okay. All right. So I had some other music on earlier before I started this reading, and it was like more spa kind of music, and I was like, I am too sleepy for that. Like, so I got a little more like upbeat music going on in the background. My dog, I love him, but he's scared of thunderstorms and he retaliates. He tries to fight back, which I appreciate, but maybe not in the middle of the night. So he barks at the ceiling. So he was barking at the ceiling from 2 in the morning until 5, maybe. So I'm a little sleepy myself, so I can't have none of that slow music today. Alright guys, anyway. So we're going to put this over here, let it charge. Get our sound bell. And the incense. I don't know how this is falling all the time. Stay. Okay. Alright, good. So I found these incense, I forgot I had them, they're like matchstick incenses. So it's not as super strong as the other one I use or long lasting, but it's just like a little bit, it's enough to clear the energy. So you can clear energy with smoke, but it's mainly about your intention. You can do it with music, all the things. So I'm just doing a little bit of the smoke as well, underneath and over top of the bones and charms. And it smells good. I don't know what this is. It's like Goddess of Egypt, whatever that smells like. It's beautiful. We love the Egyptian stuff. Okay, I'll leave that there. I'm going to now turn this background music all the way down for a little bit while we do the sound bell. All right. So if you feel guided, you can take a couple of deep breaths. If you are sensitive to sound, you can turn it down a little bit. It does get loud sometimes. All right. But again, we're clearing energy from the previous reading from the Pisces, so we can get ready for Aries. I'm clearing my energy. I'm clearing your energy. Just doing all the things, taking a moment to breathe. All right. So this is going to be for Aries for September 2024. Okay. I love when I do the sound bell, or I'm at a sound bath and listening to the professionals that do it with all the different kinds. This is just my little Tibetan one. but you can always instantly kind of feel that energy shift. And I can see my animals even respond to it too. So I love that. All right. So let's go ahead now and shuffle the bones and charms. I have to shake them all about in this little bowl, so it might get loud too. But just bear with me. It won't be forever, right? Oh, I forgot one of the charms went under the mat, so I'm going to add that to there. Make sure there's no other ones hiding. All right, let me rotate this again. Well, let's rotate it. I do that from time to time. If you're just tuning in, right, I will be taking the camera down once all the bones and charms have been cast. So you can see everything more up close and detail since they are very small. But at first, I just kind of like to do it this way. All right, so thank you guys for your patience. Spirit, guide my hands, please. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for fire sign Aries for September 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for fire sign Aries for 2024. Aries. Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries for September. Aries. I need to cut that. It keeps getting stuck. Okay, almost done. A little bit more. And what happened to the music? A little bit of music. All right. I thought that was a bone, you guys. It's the other match from the incense. I was like, oh. All right, I'm losing it. It's okay. I didn't get a lot of sleep, like I said. Anyway, okay. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries, fire sign Aries for September 2024. What does Aries need to see? What does Aries need to know for the highest good? Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries, Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aries for September. Messages for Aries for September. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aries for September. Sorry, one second. Ooh. Shouldered this thing. Okay, pop it out. All right. Messages for Aries. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aries for September. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aries for September. Fire the ram for September. Messages for Aries for September. Messages for Aries. Oops. I'm knocking the incense over. Okay, that's all right. Go that way. Okay. Messages for Aries. What is going on in the Aries reading right now? Sorry, guys. Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries for September. Fire sign Aries, the ram for September. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries for September. Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries for September. Messages for Aries for September. Messages for Aries. Okay. They're all out. Let me move this out the way. As I hit the... Okay. We're good. Hitting the sound bowl briefly. Okay. All right. I'm going to flip over real quickly a couple of the bones and charms that I can that aren't going to disrupt the other ones, because it's a very gentle job, because they're so tiny and involved sometimes. Yeah, I'll leave that for now. Oh, I messed it up. All right, looks like good enough. Okay, just move that up a little bit further and turn that down. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take your picture here, Aries. Like I said, I do post all the pictures on my Facebook page for some people who want to see it again later, and all the details and stuff. So let's do that. All right, we got it, right? Let's make sure, is it focused, blah, blah, blah. Okay, looks good. So before I take the camera down, let me figure out where Spirit wants to start this reading for Aries. Okay, so Spirits, guide my hands, please. Spirits, where do you want this Aries reading to begin? Spirits, guide my hands. Right there. Like straight under. This would be like right there. All right, so they want me to start in relationships and love right next to the nutmeg. So that's what we will do. Okay, so let me go ahead and get the camera now. 1 second. All right. Here we go. Roundabout. Round the mountain. Something. Okay. Let's see. I want you guys to see everything. Now, the first charm actually that came out here, Aries, was the apple way out here. So we'll talk about that later, but that was interesting that that was the first one that came out. But yeah, you're the first one so far this month of September here, Aries, that has stuff in every section. There was a lot of zodiac readings that were only having like 1 or 2 in certain sections, but you've got a little bit of everything here. So that's not necessarily good or bad. It's just something interesting to kind of note. Okay. And I did rotate the mat earlier. I should do that every time. I usually do it off screen before I start too, so that way I don't remember where the sections are when I'm channeling, all the stuff. Okay. But anyway, right, we said that Spirit wanted to start right here, okay, in your relationships and love section right next to the nutmeg here, okay? So when we look at stuff that falls outside of the mat, that is just past energy. So all the stuff that's fallen outside is still in those sections that are divided by the dotted lines. Just imagine that they keep going, right? So again, your first charm or bone that came out, this time charm, was the apple way out there. So we'll come back to that. All right. But with this nutmeg being right on the line here, Aries, and then having it touch the baby's head here and then the skeleton hand, it's like you perhaps have a lot of abundance in all of your different types of relationships this month. Your romantic, your platonic, and your self-love, okay? And then you also have a lot of abundance in your spiritual relationships as well, because the skeleton hand can represent, for me, passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, spirit guides, angels, all the things. And then you literally have angel coin over here too, right? So it's like there's just a lot of love, an abundance, okay? Or if you don't feel the love yet, there is the ability to have more abundance in these relationships, okay? And because Spirit is supporting that as well, okay? So love from your spiritual team and also your human team or your alive team, whatever you want to call the other team, okay? And this could also be here, Aries, supported by this childlike energy over here, okay? So the child is mainly in your body and mental section that we'll get into later, but it is on the line and touching this one, so I kind of have to briefly talk about it. So it could be this childlike energy coming through, or it could be actually something to do with this abundance coming from children in your life, like real alive children, right? So it could be your children, someone else's children, or it's just this childlike energy that's wanting to support these things as well, okay? There could also be a real emphasis here this month Aries, for your family with the seahorse here, okay? So this could be your blood family, this could be your tribe, okay? This could be have something to do with, not for everybody, but could have something to do with either being a parent or something with your parents here. But it's really just like a symbol for family, whatever that means for you, okay? Um, Now, if we continue to go this way, I'm about to call you Pisces, but you're Aries. They're like, oh, okay, I get it right. Aries, if we go this way, you have your raccoon penis bone right on the line here, the first one. And then you have the ship charm also right on the line. And then it kind of leads to the center circle that affects all of the different areas of your life during the month of September. So, with this kind of masculine energy here, this proactive, more aggressive type of energy, and we all have masculine and feminine, right? This could be, something that has the ability to go far in certain relationships with the ship charm being there, okay? Or it could actually be that you're going to travel with one of these people or multiple people, or you travel by yourself even, right? But it really doesn't necessarily just have to be like physical travel, right? Because sometimes people can't afford to do that or don't have the time, etc. It could just be like going the distance here, or having this kind of more, could be going the distance, but also it could be more of like an adventurous kind of quality that's showing up in your relationships for the month of September. This could also be fueled by what's in the center here. So we have the lightning bolt, which is new ideas in all the different areas, and something that you're wishing for. You're wishing to get rid of maybe some stagnant energy here. You're wishing for more movement. Okay, with the wish charm here and the lock. With a little bit of the Pisces energy over here as well, the twin fish, it's like wishing for new ideas, to get rid of stagnant energy, to go with the flow more. So again, these are affecting whatever's in the center here, all the different sections, okay? So these new ideas is going to be in all the sections, but it's really, really strong here, Aries, in your relationships and love, because it's like literally pointing to this section, okay? And I feel like you have been, or will be if you haven't already, or someone, multiple people, general environment situation, manifesting and working on that, okay? Now, these new ideas could have something to do with your individual power and your community power, okay? So something to do with perhaps your, not confidence, it's a different type of your identity, which I mean, your identity is attached to confidence and stuff, but it doesn't feel like confidence per se. It's more your individual identity and your team working identity, okay? So there's a need for this to, something about this to go slow here, okay? Because we also have the turtle, right? But then, oh my God, that's crazy. Both of your honeybees, I have two in this kit, are both in this section, okay? And they're kind of like flying around the heart that's drawn on the mat, okay? So there could be a need to like go slow with something here about the heart chakra even, or, just going slow and trying to figure out like, yeah, what is my individual power and what is my community power, okay? Because this could have something also to do with family, going back over here with the seahorse. Now, this masculine energy with this raccoon penis bone, being more proactive in your relationships here, Aries, I kind of like how the curved end of the penis bone here is almost like wanting to go around the word relationship on the mat. And then with the human teeth bone here, it's like you or someone else could be really chewing over, digesting, like how to be more proactive, how to be more trying to think of the right way to say it. It's not aggressive, it's putting in a lot of fiery energy is kind of what I'm hearing. And so for you, Aries, if you're a sun sign Aries, or even if you're not a sun sign Aries, but that's fire, you are fire, right? Or depending on where you have Aries in your chart. So with the angel coin here as well, and it's hiding something underneath it. Let's see what it is. I think it's the letter. Yep. So this is the document charm, letter, message, document. Okay. So your angels could be giving you a message, your spirit guides could be giving you a message, or you get a message from someone else, whatever it is, or you give a message. It could go a lot of different ways, but it's blessed by the angels here, and because it's under, or not, either under or touching the love word that's on the mat, it feels very positive to me. So whether that's romantic love or platonic love with friends and family, or even self-love, it feels very positive here, Aries. Okay, so very, very nice. Now if we go back this way, I know it's hard to see on these little like ornate designs, so I'll move some of it over. But we've got Cupid here, we've got the bow and arrow, Sagittarius energy charm, and then we have the cloud here. So I feel like here, Aries, for some of you guys, there could have been some confusion in the past, either with a Sagittarius or during Sagittarius season, or something about where you have Sagittarius in your chart, or it's just what Sagittarius and this bow and arrow represent. So like there could be some confusion, a little bit still here in the present current energies around what are your relationship goals. Okay, like what type of relationships do you want? Number one, the first relationship is always most important. What kind of relationship do you want with yourself? And then what kind of relationship do you want with friends, family, and lover? Okay, lovers, whatever, etc. So I feel that this is definitely like these three charms are kind of why we have all of this going on here. So this could have been oh my gosh, I'm trying to think, like they're the, because if this wasn't here, then these wouldn't be here. Okay, so I keep hearing something about qualifying. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's what I'm hearing. Qualifying. Okay. They could have been, or this energy could have been, yeah, just what made this possible over here. Okay. So if we go back to that apple, your first charm that showed up here, and this is past energy, whatever the past is. Okay, it could be a couple days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. This is like a teacher, a mentor, a guide, okay? Or it's your own leadership qualities here as well. In addition to that, take it how it may resonate. But this also could have been like a facilitator for then those kind of reorganization maybe around your relationship goals, okay, and clearing away any confusion there, okay, because it's really interesting too, because they both have the bow and arrow, so it's like one's going this way and one's going that way. So it could be that in the past, you know, your relationship goals weren't the same as someone else's, right? They just weren't like hitting each other. They weren't like, hey, you know what I mean? Or that could be with work, or not necessarily work because we're not in the work section, but it could be with friends or family or romantic stuff, or even maybe different parts of yourself, right? So maybe your old relationship goals don't resonate with your new relationship goals. Whatever it is, that's another way to kind of look at it too. But overall, I feel like this is really good here in this section for you this month, Aries. So let's keep going. I kind of want to move now over to body and mental health, since we talked about some of the things that were already on that shared line here. So it just feels natural. They want me to go this way. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, we don't really have anything falling outside of the mat, like past energy here. We do have this little elephant that's kind of hiding, so I'll move him or her over. Okay, so it could be that there's some kind of memories here, Aries. Memories about your overall health, or someone's overall health here, that are, because it was way out here, it's not past, it wasn't off the map, but it's like they're still present, okay? And there's something about these memories of someone's health, whether it's yours or someone else's, right? It's causing this leap of faith to happen here, or will be causing this leap of faith to happen here, Aries, with the frog that was right on top of the body word on the mat, okay? And I feel that Saturn, this, I can't remember what other signs got this now, but Saturn, we have a lot of Saturn placements in the astrology for everyone for the rest of this year, 2024. But Saturn gets us serious, gets us organized, gets us slowed down and thinking about our responsibilities. So there's something here that Saturn is influencing you, Aries, in terms of your body and your mental health, like needing to get more serious here. Make some type of leap of faith. Leap of faith is not knowing what the outcome is going to be, but the froggy's going to leap and do it anyway, right? I do see here with one of the coyote penis bones that there's this masculine energy showing up here. And this is like, you know, again, being proactive, like knowing that you can conquer any challenges that may happen. And for some people, this is really interesting. Where the mountain charm fell is kind of on, because I know we're looking at it upside down, but there's a person meditating here, right? And it kind of fell like right on the knee, or like where their hand would be. So for some people, this would be a small amount. If you have issues with your knees or your hands, or something about like arthritis even, or whatever it is, or just needing to stretch more, like there's still this positive energy to dealing with that as well, because we have your North Star here, okay? And so it's like taking that proactive masculine energy, and then on the other side here, also with the alligator claw coming into this section, also manifesting energy to deal with whatever these body or mental health challenges are, even if it has nothing to do with your knee or your hand. I just thought that was interesting, okay? It doesn't have to be that, because that would be impossible for everyone since it's a general reading. Excuse me. But what I like that I'm seeing here too, Aries, is look at that hummingbird right in the center there. It's upside down, right? All this stuff is kind of upside down where it is on the mat, but it's flying into your heart chakra. It's flying into your chest, okay? So the hummingbird is about doing things that we are naturally good at, okay? And not necessarily caring what other people think. Because the feather was on top of the hummingbird, okay, it was kind of like that, whatever. Here it's like, what I'm getting here, Aries, is in terms of your body and your mental health, if you need to do something that other people don't understand, if you fly backwards and all the other birds fly straight, it doesn't matter. You can't care what these other people may think, or even if it's just how you may judge yourself, right? You got to clear that, okay, with the feather there, because your spiritual team over here with the skeleton hand is on top of the symbol, the balance scales for Libra, and then we have the baby, right, and then we have the fork, okay, just so you can see. So here, Aries, your spiritual team, it could have something to do with the Libra, or during Libra season, or where you have Libra in your chart. But if it's not those things, or addition to those things, it could really just be about finding balance, okay, in your body and your mental health. Like your spiritual team really wants that for you. And your inner child or children in your actual life, or childlike energy, wants that for you, okay? Now here with the fork on the other side, hold on, let me just, kind of so delicate, okay, whatever, that doesn't have to be exact. But here with the fork over here, right, we have like, what am I physically eating? Of course, that's showing up, right? But also, what am I mentally digesting? And because the fork was more closer to the mental word on the mat, that could be more of an emphasis, but it could be for both, right? But this childlike energy maybe wants it to be not so serious in asking those questions, to not be so judgmental, right? So just take it lightly, okay? Just be aware, okay? Now over this way here, Aries, with this ship charm here, and then the lock and the wish charm, and then connecting to Pisces, twin fish over here. Remember, all these things kind of go in the center, where they are on the line and also in this section. There could be something about actually physically traveling here for you this month, or it could be about as simple as you need to drink more water, okay, for some of you guys. Or it could be about being close to water, whether it's a river, um, the bay, a lake, an ocean, whatever, okay, or even listening to it online if you can't physically get there. There's something about the healing power of water is going to help with what maybe you're wishing for in terms of your body and mental health, and letting go of any locked, stagnant energy. Okay, so needing to go with the flow here and being open to new ideas in terms of your body and mental health is also a really big thing here. But overall, you know, it looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead now, since we're already talking about what was on this line. We're going to move now into your spiritual unconscious section. Okay, and we'll see kind of what is falling outside of the mat, and like work our way outwards and then in. Okay, so I can see right off the bat here, Aries, we do have the cup right on the line here. Okay, and then we have the book charm over here as well. So there could have been a lot of emotions in the past here, in terms of your spiritual unconscious, that maybe like led to some type of information coming through. Or it could be the other way around too. It could be that you got some spiritual unconscious information, and then perhaps it made you or someone else, or just the general environment, like more emotional. Okay, but I do also see that like there's a hardworking energy here about getting more movement and more freedom in your spiritual unconscious. Okay, because we have the symbol for Capricorn here, we've got the bicycle, we've got the freedom handcuffs, and then we have your second skull. Okay, so your other skull is way over here. It's in work and money, so we'll talk about that later. But this one is right here. So where a skull is in the reading can tell you where someone's mind is at, or where it will be at, etc. So it's like you could be during this month here, Aries, thinking a lot about how much effort and movement you're putting into your spiritual unconscious. Okay, so even if you don't consider yourself spiritual, what do you want deep in your soul, when you're alone, when you're asleep, those kinds of things. So this could have something to do with an actual Capricorn, or during Capricorn season, or where you have Capricorn in your chart, or if it's none of those things, it could, or in addition to those things, it could also just be how much effort, and how willing are you to become flexible and work with the movement and the freedom that's happening this month in this area for you. Okay, now with this seashell here, feminine energy, there's like just a lot of this softer receiving energy in your spiritual environment here with the spider and the spider web. And I want to see what's underneath it. Ah, yes, confirming what we already said, right? So here we have the water charm underneath the spider and the spider web. What do we start with? Your cup. So water, emotions. Okay, so again, in your spiritual unconscious, there could be a lot of emotions. It feels more emotional here for somebody, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, because then you have, look, good luck, you got 4-leaf clover, you got your money bags, right? It could just be you need to take some breaks if it gets to be too much, or whatever it is, right? But it's so good though, right? So definitely don't take it as a bad thing. It's growth here, lots of growth and movement, like we said with the bicycle. It could also be, I wanted to say, for some of you guys, if you do astral travel, or lucid dreaming, if you know what that is and you're already open to it, whatever, it could be you're actually getting more downloads in your sleep, or you're doing more astral travel as well. Okay, so that's another thing. Now we have the other feminine charm here as well, so it's like double feminine energy. So really receiving some type of spiritual messages, unconscious downloads this month as well for some of you guys. I see that on one hand with the coyote penis bone here, and then the peace doves, and then this human teeth bone, it's like manifesting things, being more proactive, but then there's a peaceful energy to it too. So it's both masculine and feminine. All right, that's definitely what I'm seeing there. Now we have the dragonfly on top of the peace doves. I just kind of wanted to take it off and show you there. Okay, so this is also telling me that this is about your spiritual unconscious dreams, like what you wish for in these areas You want it to be peaceful, right? And that's beautiful. Okay. Now it could be that over time here, Aries, a lot of you guys could be becoming more confident in your spiritual unconscious areas in your life over time, because we have the rope charm here and also the crown. Okay, so this is your leadership qualities, this is your confidence. This could also be that you are getting some type of level up in your spiritual unconscious, or you're going to be working with someone else. Could be that in addition to that, like working with someone who knows more in these areas. Okay, but over time, I feel like it's really going to make your leadership qualities become really strong. And there's something that needs to be cut away here, okay, Aries, but it's going to bring more balance. Now, whatever this thing is that needs to be cut away with the scissors, we have the yin yang symbol underneath one side of the scissors. Then we have the butterfly, and then this is, just so I can flip it, the the horseshoe and the ladybug inside of it. So good luck, right? So when you cut away something here, Aries, something spiritual, unconscious, this is going to bring more balance. This is going to bring even more good luck. This is going to further push along your spiritual unconscious transformation here with the butterfly. It's a big piece of the puzzle here with the puzzle piece. If we move the alligator claw, we go back to Pisces, where we talked about that before in the beginning, because it's a little bit in the circle there, right? So going with the flow, embracing this spiritual unconscious transformation, embracing the all the emotions that we talked about, right? The water charm underneath the spider web, the cup all the way out here, all this water, embracing those things, working with the water, going with the flow. That is not only going to bring you balance with the yin and yang here, but it leads to so much freedom and happiness, Aries. We have Pegasus, the winged horse. I can't get my words today. And then we have the sun charm here, okay? And also the alligator claw was kind of covering it, right? So this is a symbol for good luck, but it's also striving, right? It's like a hand, it's the claw, it's grasping something, it's reaching for something, right? So it's like reaching for this happiness, reaching for this freedom, okay? Both in the spiritual unconscious, but also remember then it crosses over into the body and mental there a little bit, okay? So there is a lot of abundance here, and lots of things happening, okay? So I definitely like that for you, Aries, okay? So now let's move over to your last section here that has a lot of stuff going on the outside, or outside the black mat and on the white mat, and then inside as well. Okay, so this is past energy when it's on the outside. All right, so I can see here, Aries, that we've got your rabbit's foot, your green lucky rabbit's foot is right here, and your wishbone is right on top. Okay, so we are now in the work and money section. I forgot to say that. Okay, so if you don't work anymore and you're retired, or you don't have to necessarily think about money or finances, that would be nice, right? But it's like something of value, okay, if it's not work or money. So just keep that in mind. But there's all this good luck here. There's all this wishing for those things. And I see in the past that there could have been something with a Leo or during Leo season. Or it could even just be like there needed to be more passion and creativity with the work and the money. And then there also needed to be a flexibility with that, with the dog ankle bone here. Okay, this is past energy though. Okay, and so it's like if we take the passion, the creativity, and then we get the flexibility, then there's safety, and then there's answers. Okay, so I feel like this was kind of all ready, kind of done in this past energy here, Aries. And I also see like something about doing a cleansing, right? And started in the past and then went into the future, current, present energy. So it's like there was some type of cleansing that started in the work and money areas, all right? So I also see that that's maybe why we have the yes coin here and all this other really cool stuff we'll get into in a minute. But that's awesome. Okay. Now, if we go this side here, Aries, we've got your snake vertebrae here. We've got the mermaid. We've got two seashells. One's a listening seashell, and the other one just another seashell. We have the snake vertebrae here. It's kind of on its side there. And then we have the raccoon penis bone. All right. And then we have our skull here that's, I'll just show it, put it right side up so you can see it. Okay. It's kind of dark, but anyway, there we go. You can see it. So here, Aries, in the past, like there was something that you were really longing for in terms of your work and money, or something of being valued, or something valuable here, that maybe the softer approach wasn't maybe necessarily working, or things were just moving more slow than you wanted, but you were listening to something here, Aries, or someone else was, multiple people, journal, environment, situation. um, but then you're like, okay, maybe this softer energy is not, where it's at, right? Or maybe the softer energy was more from your support system here with the snake vertebrae. So that's friends, family, lover, etc., right? So maybe you're like, okay, you guys can be soft, I'm gonna go hard, right? I'm gonna go, more aggressive. Sorry, that was funny because the bone. Okay, I didn't mean to say it like that. But I'm gonna go more, um, proactive. I want to go more aggressively, right? And so maybe you started to do this in the past here, Aries, and your spiritual team is really, supporting that, like more proactive, aggressive approach here. When we see the coffin bone, okay, the coffin bone. My God, the coffin symbol next to the raccoon bone. There could be a coffin bone. That would be cool. Um, but this brings all this good luck here, Aries, okay, with the Norse symbol for protection. And then we see underneath it, we have one of the coyote claws, okay? So a lot of manifesting and protection in your work and money this month. I see a need to, go over the details with something. Not only do you have the yes coin, right? You've got your buckeye here. I'm gonna just flip it over so you can see why it's called buckeye, right? It looks like an eye. Okay, so there could be like more work opportunities, or more money, or being more valued, or feeling valued here in some way this month, Aries. But that also comes from, again, with, the broom back here, right? That cleansing energy, the clearing energy, also with the leaf here. So clearing stuff, okay, that no longer serves you or resonates in terms of your work and your money. So keep doing the clearing, because that does, bring you more abundance here, okay? Now, with the yes coin here, right? If there's something that you're wishing for in terms of work or money, it could be that you're getting it this month, or someone else is getting it if this reading isn't about you, Aries, or multiple people, general environment, situation, however it may resonate for you. But you've been thinking about, this for a long time with your skull here, or someone has for a long time. And thinking about, okay, so maybe this masculine energy is starting to show, more results, and my spiritual team is supporting me being more proactive in my work and money section, because again, we have over here masculine symbol next to this human teeth bone, got another animal claw here, we've got the question mark, and then we have the ship anchor. So over here, Aries, it could be that you're manifesting these things, but there's still maybe some questions about, well, where do I find my safety and my freedom with my work and my finances, right? So with the ship anchor, we drop the anchor when we need to stop to feel safe, let's say, and then we lift the anchor, when we need to go to have more freedom, okay? Just as like a metaphor here. So it could be that even though there's all this manifestation going on, there's still like, oh, there's a little bit in the background that might be like, well, am I, not necessarily doing the right thing, but it's like, am I doing this the right way or at the right time? I feel like you already know it's the right thing, but it could be just like a timing question, or whatever it is. There just could be some questions there, okay, Aries? But I really do feel like you're listening here with the listening bells on top of the bat. You're listening to the vibrations at work, okay, or with the money. You're listening to where the good luck is going too, because the bats are also a symbol of good luck in lots of other cultures, okay. Um, Now I see that you could be like just at work or with the money or being valued in some way. You're not just using your eyes here, Aries. You're really listening to the vibrations, right? So bats communicate with sound. They can't really see, okay? They go out at night or in the cave at dark. So really using like your other senses here in terms of your work and money this month, okay? Because that's going to bring you even more prosperity when you do that with the fish over here. That's going to bring you more substance with the corn as well, okay, or something that is going to be very good for you, right? So it's like, imagine not only we had corn here, but we had fruits and we had like this really healthy spread of like food, right? So it's something that is of substance that provides nutrients as a metaphor in your work and your money. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Now I'm going to go ahead and move this yes coin over and see what we have underneath. All right, so it looks like we got the witch. We have the seashell charm. We've got the chair charm, and then we have the lizard, okay? Interesting. All right, so Aries, with the yes coin that was on top of it, right? There could be a friend here. Okay, so that's my witch charm. She represents a friend or a group of friends or friendly type of energy that wants to help you with something that maybe has been going on for a long time or been wanting some kind of thing that you're wishing for with the seashell here that's like ancient. It could even go into like past live stuff, but it has something to do with your work or money or being valued. It could have something to do with a home or in the home or wherever you live, right? Or it could be also about where you feel at home while you're working, or where you feel at home um, to make your money, right? So it could be like side hustles too, or just like do if you don't do like is if your main job is um, not what you feel you're the best at or like to do as much, right? Then your side hustle could be where you feel more at home as well. But there's this beautiful healing energy here with the lizard going on about this as well, okay? And so it's like whatever this may be. So it's like whether you're wishing for an actual home or a new place to live or whatever, or it's in addition to that, like working towards a better job where you can do the stuff that you feel at home doing. You feel natural doing whatever, however you want to say that. That the universe could be saying yes to that here. Okay, so that is so beautiful, Aries. Okay, and there's all that healing around it as well. Okay, so really, really interesting reading here, Aries. Again, if we go, last thing was we say, if we go back to your main circle here that affects all the little different areas, is if we want to get rid of stagnant energy and we want to get what we wish for, right? We need to have movement, okay, with also the ship charm here. If we want to get more new ideas and be able to go with the flow, then we just need to be open to that, because that's going to help get rid of that stagnant energy too. But overall, like very positive reading here for you. A lot of good stuff going on, Aries. So hold on here. I just wanted to say goodbye real quickly to you guys. But yeah, always feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you feel guided or what have you. But if you haven't already subscribed on YouTube, it is free. It just notifies you when I put out new videos. I'm gonna just put that back so you can see the table more before we go. And if you want to like this video or share it, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or eventually later on Instagram and TikTok and all the things, it does help spread the word, and I do appreciate it since I am doing these readings for free. But anyway, thank you guys so much as always for everything and for your energy. But yes, I will be taking a break. And then I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to do Taurus or Gemini today or maybe tomorrow. It probably will be tomorrow after my other job. So yeah, it's probably going to be tomorrow at this point. But anyway, guys, take care and I'll see you later. All right, bye.